Hello. Welcome to our Wednesday devotional time. Thank you for joining. I trust you'll get something that'll help your day today. I was counseling recently, premarital counseling with a couple that plans to be married this summer, and I shared with them what I think is one of the biggest sins of most Christians today. I said, and this should not be in your marriage. You need to be careful that this isn't in your marriage. And the sin that I think is one of the biggest ones among Christians today is lack of forgiveness. We can go around and say, well, I don't do this sin, I don't do that, or I do this good thing, I do that. And yet in our hearts, we often are not forgiving. I read recently, and my verse for the day was in Proverbs 17, verse 9. That says, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love. Now, for some time I was confused about that years ago. That almost sounds like deception. If I deceive someone, I'm covering up a transgression. Is that seeking love? But I think it refers to forgiveness. The rest of the verse is this: he that covereth a transgression seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separateth very friends. On the one hand, we don't talk about something that is happening or has happened. We don't spread it around. That's the good side. On the bad side, we spread it around. We gossip about it. The human tendency is, when we're hurt, to hurt the one that hurt us. Hurt the hurter, if you will. Our tendency is to get even with people. Our tendency is to get back with them. Our tendency is to, if they've said something about us, say something worse about them. But the wise man in Proverbs 17 says, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love. Recently, I had a phone call telling me about someone who is upset a little bit, somewhat, about a decision that I made. And it bothered me, of course, because each of us thinks we only make right decisions, or most often make right decisions. So I was bothered, but I prayed for that person. I'm not talking about it. I'm not sharing with you what that decision was or how the person responded, except to say they were upset. I believe this is what will happen. I'm covering that transgression. I'm covering what may even turn out to be a little bitterness and an unforgiving spirit. And I believe God will bless that, and it will come out right. But these thoughts about Proverbs 17:9, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love. Number one is this: people will transgress against us. As sad as that is, people are going to offend us. People are going to hurt us. Sometimes it's accidentally. Sometimes people will do things having no intention at all of hurting us. And yet what they say or what they do offends us or hurts us. And then occasionally there are those who will hurt us on purpose. They will be vindictive. They will be out to get us for some reason. But understand that that is part of life. That's going to happen. People will transgress against us. The key then, and this is the second thought, the key then is not up to the person who offends us, or not up to the person who transgresseth, if you will, against us. The key is how we respond. The key is our forgiveness. Either we can cover it, kind of forget it, forgive it, or we can talk about it. We can share it. We can gossip about it. We can repeat the matter. If you or I were the one that had the offensive remark or did the thing that offended someone, how would we want the other person to respond? I think we'd want them to keep it quiet. I think we'd want them to cover it. I think we'd want them not to repeat and gossip about what we had done or what we had said. So my advice for today is this: when, not if, when someone offends you, when someone transgresses against you, sins against you, be willing, be ready to forgive. Is that easy? Oh, I'm not saying that it is, but the scripture says, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love. Let it go. Don't take it personally. And I believe your life and the person who offended you, their life will be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.